I just strum it. It ain't no feat. Can't do nothing fancy, but will you still listen to me? When it comes to singing, I'll win no prize. Haven't got that big hit, something, just a big question inside. I am wondering what I can do to make this big, mysterious world seem as approachable as you. When people say they make lots of profits, they'll really mean they make eye-to-eye contact with everybody they see on the bus, on the streets, and on the freeway. And upon making that contact, they understand the roots of each individual's personality, including their own. What makes them tick? How different each individual is, one from the other, and yet how much the same. And they'll really mean they feel a primal connection to themselves and every man, woman, child, creature that walks the earth, swims the waters, and flies the air. You're almost never scary, you're very nearly always kind. I wish I could trust all the rest of it, but mostly I find fear under my pillow, fear in the times. Just wish human habits would change faster, including mine. When people say they are successful, they'll really mean they understand how to see through to the heart of every matter, no matter what the matter. And their communication to the heart is from the heart, for the heart, by the heart, taking all of the heart into full consideration with the utmost of their conjunctive mind, first and before other, more obvious matters. I know folks are trying, and I do pitch in at the moment this melody's calling, and I must let it in. When people say they won, they'll really mean they unfolded another layer of life within which they discovered a missing piece of themselves, and that missing piece directly corresponded to the ones closest to them. And how wonderful it is to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that all life has a connective pattern that reveals itself at every turn, and that everybody has their turn at the same time. I just have to play some notes, don't even know their names, but they let me play them just the same. Keeps me out of trouble when fear gets the better of me. Don't mean to use them like a drug, just until my fear sees fit to live. When people say they are the best, they'll really mean they resist competing with anyone ever, because they know that all competing is really a divisive act, cooked up by none other than those two feuding hemispheres of the brain, who never did get along and are, nonetheless, perpetually in search of one another. Call me phobic, call me a clown, but don't leave me to my own devices in this big, fragmented town. Might do something rash, like discover new ways to cope, or I just might discover you're a big, impossible dope. That might be a big projection, funny how that works. If you were here with me right now, you could project I'm a big name-calling jerk. When people say they love you, they'll really mean they understand the nature of reflection, and they claim full responsibility for their initial perception of themselves through you, after which time they'll be fully prepared, willing, and able to be the object of your reflection in kind, while bearing witness to any perceptions offered up by post-reflections. I never expected you to figure it all out for me. It's just I've always resisted granting myself authority. And will do everything within the realm of human possibility to see to it that all past, present, and future projections standing between themselves and the other will be acknowledged, clarified, and held forth as hardcore evidence of a static force perpetuating the undifferentiated ego mass ensuing forthwith, but not for very much longer. Heard our close friend's elderly mom died the other day. Heard he let his tears flow freely and I cried hooray. When people say they are bold, brave, and beautiful, they'll really mean they recognize the subtle, insidious ways they were taught to ignore their most tenderest of feelings, rallied their forces, and champion each and every one of those feelings just exactly as a superhero would in gallantly freeing all, each and every one enslaved by hunger, war, and poverty. I know our beloved circle's gonna live as long as a proverbial cat, but you never really know when it comes to those gigantic thises and mammoth fats. We've been married for years, and it's amazing how I still cling. I know it's just that little quirk from being prematurely weaned. Of course, I might have to come up with a little instruction booklet, because I wouldn't expect people to know or even automatically default to these meanings without a little guidance. Naturally, all sense of time, commercial practices, and energetic output would have to be measured accordingly, which would shift our sense of values, which would take some doing. I could let go of you, perhaps in a million moons, but when I think of that now, I think that's way too soon. I wish our scintillating love could spark an unconditionally loving earth. Guess I'm just not satisfied until we all know that's precisely what we're worth. Call me sentimental, accuse me of unreasonable aims. I've got myriad reasons for blowing the whistle on competitive games. But you wouldn't want to do too much on the first day after I save the world. If all goes as intended, patience will remain a virtue. I just strum it, ain't no fool. I'm a top-notch graduate from my own damn school. When it comes to singing, I need no prize, just a little recognition from your big, adoring